When gun enthusiasts and industry insiders talk about the debate between the .38 Special and the 9mm, they often refer to a pervasive lie that has persisted in gun store lore for decades. For years, the industry has pushed the idea that these two rounds are practically identical in power, and that a small revolver is the ultimate easy-to-use option for new shooters. But the science of ballistics tells a completely different story. We're going to look at the exact physics behind these two iconic calibers. You will see why matching a bullet's physical size does not match its actual kinetic energy, why felt recoil is almost always misunderstood by new buyers, and why the older design still manages to survive today despite losing on almost every technical metric. The visual deception. When you place a .38 Special cartridge next to a 9mm cartridge, they look like they should do exactly the same thing. Because the bullets are nearly identical in diameter, many people assume they deliver the exact same terminal ballistics. The diameter of the .38 Special bullet is 0.357 inches. The diameter of the 9mm bullet is slightly smaller at 0.355 inches. That visual similarity is the foundation of the same size, same power myth. It is a logical assumption to make, but judging a cartridge by its width is a dangerous mistake. The physical size of the projectile is only a tiny fraction of the equation. What really matters is the engine driving that projectile forward. The internal pressures of these cartridges are completely different, and that pressure dictates their raw power. A century of difference. To understand why these two rounds perform so differently, you have to look at when they were invented. The .38 Special is a product of the late 19th century. It was designed in 1898 specifically for the black powder era. Black powder is inefficient, meaning you need a lot of it inside the cartridge to generate enough power. That is why the .38 Special has such a long brass casing. But despite that large casing, it operates at a very low maximum SAMI pressure of just 17,000 psi. Just 4 years later, firearms technology changed forever. The 9mm Luger was designed in 1902 for smokeless powder. Smokeless powder is vastly more efficient and burns much cleaner. Because it was built for this modern propellant, the 9mm operates at a staggering 35,000 psi. That is double the pressure of the older .38 Special. That pressure gap changes everything about how the bullets behave in the air. The .38 Special relies on heavier bullets, typically weighing between 130 and 158 grains. Because of the low pressure behind them, those heavy bullets travel at relatively slow velocities, usually moving between 750 and 900 feet per second. The 9mm takes a completely different approach. It uses standard bullet weights of 115 grain or 124 grain, but because of that massive 35,000 psi engine, the 9mm pushes those bullets at 1,150 to 1,300 feet per second. That massive difference in velocity generates substantially more kinetic energy when the bullet actually reaches its target. The beginner gun trap. This brings us to the most dangerous piece of advice handed out to inexperienced buyers. For decades, novices have been handed lightweight, 5-shot .38 Special snub-nose revolvers. The sales pitch is almost always identical. New shooters are handed the gun with the promise that it is simple, reliable, and has low recoil. This is the beginner gun trap. On paper, a slow-moving bullet sounds like it should be gentle on the hands. In reality, a low-pressure round fired out of an ultralight pocket revolver produces a violent, snappy recoil. It is incredibly difficult for a beginner to control this setup compared to a modern 9mm semi-automatic. The idea that a lightweight snub-nose is a gentle starter weapon is a complete myth, and it sets new shooters up for frustration and failure at the range. The physics of felt recoil. To understand why the beginner trap is so terrible, we have to look at how different guns process energy. On a purely mathematical level, the .38 Special generates less raw recoil energy. But raw energy on a spreadsheet does not matter. Felt recoil is dedicated entirely by the mechanics of the specific firearm you're holding. A .38 Special revolver is a fixed, solid piece of metal. When the cartridge fires, there are no moving parts inside the frame to absorb the blast. That means it transfers 100% of its recoil energy directly into the web of the shooter's hand instantly. If you're shooting a heavy steel target revolver, a .38 Special is a joy to shoot. The massive weight of the steel soaks up the energy before it reaches your bones. But out of a 14-ounce aluminum carry revolver, the recoil is punishing. There is simply no weight to absorb the shock. Now compare that to a modern 9mm semi-automatic pistol. A semi-auto uses a reciprocating slide and a heavy recoil spring. When the gun fires, the slide moves backward. As it travels, it compresses that heavy spring and absorbs a significant portion of the kinetic energy. Instead of a violent snap against your hand, you get a smoother push. The machine itself is doing the heavy lifting to manage the recoil. This makes the significantly more powerful 9mm cartridge feel much easier to shoot rapidly and accurately. If this breakdown is helping you look past the gun counter myths to find the right defensive tool, subscribe to All About Survival. Terminal ballistics and the velocity problem. Managing recoil is important, but a defensive tool ultimately has to stop a threat. The phrase stopping power is highly subjective and gets debated constantly, but terminal performance in ballistics gel is not subjective at all. Handgun rounds do not stop threats through magical concussive force. They stop threats through accurate shot placement and reliable bullet expansion. This is where the pressure and speed of the 9mm clearly dominate. Because the 9mm operates at much higher velocities, modern jacketed hollow points expand reliably when they hit soft tissue. The sheer speed forces the hollow cavity to open up like a parachute. This slows the bullet down rapidly and transfers all of its kinetic energy directly into the target. The 38 Special struggles heavily in this area, specifically when used in the small carry guns people actually buy. A standard 38 Special fired out of a short 2-inch barrel often lacks the velocity needed to force a hollow point to open up. The bullet simply is not moving fast enough to activate the expansion design. When a 38 Special fails to expand, it acts just like a full metal jacket bullet. It punches a straight, narrow hole right through the target. This severely reduces its defensive effectiveness and creates a real risk of dangerous overpenetration. A bullet that passes completely through a threat is a bullet that can hit something you never intended to shoot. Capacity and the reloading reality. The final major difference comes down to how much ammunition you have available to solve a problem. The cartridge you choose dictates the type of gun you carry, and this is where the 9mm pulls heavily ahead for modern defensive use. The 38 Special uses a rimmed casing. That projecting metal rim means it is almost exclusively fired from wheel guns. A standard concealed carry revolver holds only 5 rounds. If you fire those 5 rounds and the threat is still active, you have to reload immediately. Reloading a revolver requires fine motor skills under extreme stress. You have to carefully align speed loaders or moon clips with the cylinder while your hands are shaking and your adrenaline is spiking. It takes intense, repetitive practice to do this smoothly. The 9mm uses a rimless casing. This simple design feature makes the 9mm the undisputed king of semi-automatic pistols. Because the cases stack perfectly flat against each other, even modern micro-compact 9mm handguns easily hold 10 to 12 rounds. If you carry a full-size gun, you get 15 to 20 rounds. That is 3 to 4 times the capacity of a standard revolver. And if you do run empty, reloading is as fast as dropping an empty magazine and inserting a fresh one. It is a simple, gross motor skill that is much easier to execute under pressure. Why the older round survives. When you look at every objective ballistic and tactical metric, the 9mm outperforms the 38 Special. The 9mm is significantly faster, expands far more reliably, offers double or triple the ammunition capacity, and is actually easier to shoot in a lightweight modern firearm. So why does the 38 Special still exist? The 38 Special survives today entirely because of the unique advantages of the platform that fires it. Revolvers offer absolute mechanical simplicity. There are no slides to rack, no magazines to seat properly, and no feed ramps to cause a malfunction. But more importantly, a revolver has the unique ability to be fired repeatedly from inside a coat pocket without the slide jamming. If you try to fire a semi-automatic from inside a pocket, the reciprocating slide will instantly get caught on the fabric. The gun will jam after a single shot. A small, hammerless 38 Special revolver will just keep firing. That is a highly specific defensive niche that the 9mm simply cannot fill. The 38 Special is not a beginner gun. It requires serious practice to manage the heavy felt recoil, genuine skill to shoot accurately under pressure, and strict discipline to work with a 5-round limit. Understanding the difference between a beginner trap and a highly specialized tool is the first step to carrying responsibly. Subscribe to All About Survival for more interesting comparisons.